Hey, what's up? It's Jackie. Okay, so I did a video a while ago called Get Naked Without Paying the Price, where I swatched the Revealed palette against both the Naked 1 and 2 palettes for dupes, and pretty much every single color in the Naked 1 and 2 palettes were represented in the Coastal Scents Revealed palette. Well, they have just come out with Revealed 2, which is a dupe palette for the Naked 3 palette. Now, every single color in the Naked 3 palette is represented in this palette, plus you're also getting some colors from the Lorac Unzipped palette, and also there are some colors in there that are just kind of bonus shades for you. So I wanted to do a similar video comparing the swatches for everything and showing you guys. So let's just get started. First, in the palette, you're getting this shade. This shade is not in either the Naked 3 or the Lorac palette, so this is just kind of like a bonus cream shade. It has a little bit of shimmer to it, so it's not a full matte, but this is a perfect highlight shade, and it is beautiful. Here it is, swatched, if you want to see. So that is really, like, I mean, that's your first shade in the palette, and that is a bonus shade. So, yay for that. Alright, so the next shade in here is represented in both the Naked 3 and the Lorac Unzipped palette, and it is this color right here. Alright, so this is the Revealed 2 color. This is Strange in the Naked 3 palette, and this is Undercover in the Unzipped palette. There it is, the Strange and Undercover. Alright, this shade right here is a dupe for Unreal, which is in the Unzipped palette. So this is the Coastal Scents shade, and this is Unreal. Next is this shade right here, and this is a dupe for Dust in the Naked 3 palette. And this color in both of the palettes is a little bit chalky because it has so much shimmer in it. So this is the Coastal Scents, and then this is Dust. Next is this shade right here, and it's a dupe for Burnout in the Naked 3 palette. So this is the Coastal Scents, and this is Burnout from Naked 3. Alright, this shade right here, this matte mauve shade, is a dupe for Limit. So this is the Coastal Scents one, and this is Limit from Naked 3. Alright, now this is just like a bright gold shade that you're getting kind of as a bonus color in here. This is not represented in either the Naked or the Lorac palette. So that's just like a pretty kind of cool toned gold that you're getting in there. This next shade right here is a dupe for Buzz from Naked 3. So this is Coastal Scents, and then this is Buzz from Naked 3. Alright. Next. Alright, the next shade is this one right here, and this is from the Lorac Unzipped palette. This is the shade Unbelievable, as in it's unbelievable that you can find the exact same shades that you would spend $80 on a palette for $20. Alright, here's the Coastal Scents shade, and then that is Unbelievable. Alright, the next shade is actually represented in both the Naked 3 palette and the Lorac Unzipped palette, and it is this kind of rosy toned taupe color right here on the end, and this in the Lorac Unzipped palette is Unattainable, and in the Naked 3 it is the shade Trick. So here's Coastal Scents. This is Trick. And this is Unattainable. Next on the list. This is also one that is a double dupe one. It is this shade right here in the Revealed palette, or Revealed 2 palette. And in the Unzipped palette it's called Unconditional. And in the Naked 3 palette it's called Nooner. Alright, so in the middle is the Coastal Scents one. This is Unconditional. And this is Nooner from Naked 3. Alright, next up we have this shade right here, which is a dupe for Liar in the Naked 3 palette. Here's the Coastal Scents, and here's Liar from Naked 3. Okie doke! Going on! Alright, next is out of the Unzipped palette, and this is the shade right here. And this is the shade Unbridled. Here it is in the Coastal Scents, and here's Unbridled. And the Coastal Scents one is actually a little bit more pigmented. Alright, next on the list is this shade right here, and this is Factory from Naked 3. Coastal Scents, Factory. Next is this shade right here, and this is the shade Mugshot from Naked 3. Here is Coastal Scents, and here is the Mugshot. The Mugshot. Here it is! Right next to that, just like it's right next to, I mean they're right next to each other in the Naked 3 palette too, is this shade right here. And this is the shade Dark Side. So here's the Coastal Scents, and here's Dark Side from Naked 3. This is another bonus color. It's right here. It's this beautiful burgundy shade that you get. It's right there. It's a beautiful burgundy matte shade. Absolutely gorgeous. The shade after that is, I don't know if these ones are exact, because I think the Coastal Scents one is a little, yeah, the Coastal Scents one is a little bit of a cooler brown. Let me just show them to you in comparison, because the Lorac Unzipped palette gives you this shade here. It's Unspoken, and it's a little bit of a warmer brown. The one in the Coastal Scents, they also give you a matte brown shade, but this is a little bit of a cooler taupey color. So that's that one. And if you can see by comparison, this is the Unzipped one. So they're a little bit different. Okay, but the next one is represented in actually both of the palettes as well. And it is this shade right here in the Revealed palette. And in the Naked 3 palette, it's called Blackheart. And in the Lorac palette, it's called Untamed. And I think it's closer to Blackheart than it is Untamed, for sure. And honestly, it's better pigmented than the Naked 3. Yeah, I'm not even going to show it next to Untamed because I don't know why I wrote it down, but in swatching it again, no. I don't know what was wrong with me. So here is the Coastal Scents, and then this is Blackheart by Naked 3. That shade is right here. And then the last color in this palette is worth the entire price of the palette. This is the blackest black I own in my entire collection. I mean, it's blacker than anything. That's the black that's in there. So that's like a bonus shade that you're getting. So basically, you've got about half of the Unzipped palette represented. You have all of the Naked 3 palette represented. And then you're getting a few extra shades in there that are not in either palette. So, all in all, if you guys haven't tried anything from Coastal Scents, this is a great way to introduce yourselves. These palettes retail for $19.99, but every once in a while they will go on a half price off discount. Now, when I'm going anywhere, these are the two palettes that I'm taking. I mean, look at these, just travel sized. You know, they're made out of cardboard. They have a magnetic closure to them, but look at how thin they are. This is the 1 and 2 together, obviously. But I mean, look at the two of those together equal the thickness of just this one Naked palette. You know, if I wanted to bring a suitcase of Naked, all of these colors, this is the Naked 1, 2, and 3. All of these colors are represented in here. And I mean, come on, give me a break. What am I gonna pack with? It's like, no, nothing, no, I mean, there's no question even, really. And I mean, even if you're buying these full price, you're paying $40 for 2 palettes. You're essentially getting all 3 of the Naked palettes. I think it's worth its weight in gold, quite honestly. Coastal Scents has some of the best shipping, too, out of any company that I have ever dealt with. They will literally ship out your order that day. I think I've only had one order that shipped out the next day. And so it's always at your house, lickety-split. So I would highly suggest the Revealed 2 palette, the Revealed 1 palette. I will also include a link to my other video. So if you guys want to check it out, I will link it below. But yeah, I mean, honestly, guys, save yourselves the cash. You will not be disappointed. If you've been kind of holding out because of the price on the Naked 3 palette, I do not blame you. You have every reason to want to have something that's cheaper. So go out, buy yourself the Revealed 2, and I hope you guys have a really awesome day. I'll see you later. Bye.